1st of October 2021. That is what today is. It's a special day. The day Nigeria will mark our independence, 61st anniversary of our independence. You can see the great Nigerian flag behind me here, and green, white, green. You can see my cap, you can see my dress. So we are all rejoicing in Nigeria, and I'm sure all our friends in the rest of Africa, especially those participating in this program, will rejoice with us. Now, this is not just another lesson. It is only a guide. All I want to do now is provide a guide for our practical number 4 for the Saturday session. I'm not going to upload this to YouTube because, like I said, it's just on the side. And we just actually completed the end of course final examination, and it was marvelous. Of course, you got my mail that you all did very well. Indeed, if you looked at those who scored 50% and above, would be about 96, 97%. So that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. And what I heard from my usually reliable sources is that many of us, very senior professors, we worked hard, we read, and God gave us good yield by all the 100, all the 90s, all the whatever all the high scores that we got in this final exams. So you did very well. I'm told that some people read almost throughout the night, but that's the way it should be. You know why? Because anywhere I go, I always say that the Nigerian professor, you cannot match him or her. You cannot match us in intellect. You cannot match us in perseverance. You cannot match us. That's why you aim for 100. And you ended up with 95 or 85. Not to worry. It's all part of the learning how to learn. So let's get on with the guide. So let's go together and see the guide to the open and distance learning accreditation instrument. So here is the guide. But before we take on the guide, as I mentioned, let's take a review of the end of Module 2 comprehensive examinations. As you can see, this graph of our performance, it's moved here to the right with the leg, the tail going to the left. You can see almost like nobody here. And you can see the preponderance of the participants. You can see 100%, 80 to 100%. So we did very well. You can see 100% galore. Are these all? Definitely not. I'm going to show you in a minute all of the 54 persons, yes, 54, who scored 100%. As you can see, I'm going to scroll down this list. You can see 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Plenty of hundreds. Let's see here. Yes, 54 persons scored 100. You can see 98 and all the high 90s, middle 90s, low 90s. I don't know what that means. Low 90s. I don't sabi that one. But you can see the 80s. Yeah, very good performance. And if you now pitch a pass mark at 50%, you will find that yes, 410. Hey, my goodness, 410 of us got more than 50%. It can't be better than this. And those who scored less than 50%, have screened out their names, but they also, did well. Somebody scored 0%, 2%. Well, that's those are on the left side of the table. So overall, on the 1st of October, end of Module 2 comprehensive examinations, we did very well with 411 scoring over 50%. At the administrative and technical end, we had some interesting interactions with some participants. We think, though, it's ethically wrong for you to be privately communicating with us about your challenges. My network is poor. All manner of issues, or what you consider to be correct answers. We get some people sending us this thing. Please and please, this training, for us to enjoy you, it's not a matter of life and death. So just enjoy the training and let's be satisfied with whatever we as matters arising from there. Oh, prizes. My Oga Baba Rashid, Professor Abubakar Adamu Rashid, is giving prizes of cars and trucks. Oh yes, cars and trucks to all of you. Those who have scored 100%, you will take this car. 90%, you will take this one. That's the range, this one, all the way down. This one is interesting. For those who scored 2%, this is what you are going to get. So anyway, prices of cars are way up. What are we talking about cars this time? Once a driver, always a driver. You know, at the end of this training, in a couple of days or about 10 days, you'll be certified accreditors. So you can drive all accreditation cars. You know, we have in the Nigerian Aviation System, we have the affiliate PF, ODL, APA, Open and Distance Learning Program Evaluation Form, Postgraduate Program Evaluation Form, Undergraduate Program Evaluation Form. You know, we're looking at this. That's what we train ourselves to be. So we are trained drivers. In other words, not trained locomotive. No, not bullet train. We are trained to be drivers. So as we have the driving skills, we can drive any other car. And all we need is to top up the training that we have. If you have to drive a bus or a big truck, who just need top up training. So in a little while, we already programmed the training, the module 3, to be fundamentals of academic planning. Oh my goodness, that program is going to be wonderful. But after consultations, we thought, actually this afternoon I called up Professor and the rest and said, look, let us move the training on fundamentals and accreditation of open and distance learning forward. So it was agreed. So our module number 3 is going to be on open and distance learning. And that one, we are going to be doing a lot of interesting work on open and distance learning. So that's going to run from November 15 to 30, 2021. Mark your calendar now. Knowing that being a trained accreditor in open and distance learning, being somebody who is skilled who has some knowledge about quality assurance of open and distance learning, the future is yours. You can see me banging my face. The future, my thumb. The future is yours, because the world of tomorrow is a world of open and distance learning. So if you are there, you are going to be the first person, the first resource person that they're going to be putting on. So the practicals today is the tip of the iceberg, so as not to preempt the ODL training that's going to come up on the 5th, between the 15th and the end of November. Hey, I tell you something. I've started contacting the giants in open and distance learning in the whole world. In Africa, Nigeria, we are going to have swell time in that training. It is free. It is free. It's free. You're paying nothing. And it's not going to be a 6-week training, because the 6-week training that we heard is for the fundamentals, the framework, the pillars. So you're not going to get a driver's license. The driver's license, where they say, come and drive a small car, you use it. Come and drive a big car, you use it. Come and drive a bus. You just need 1 or 2 hours of touch-up, top-up, if you like, to drive. Come drive is what you cannot do is that of a ship or submarine. Can't drive that one. So, but anything that's on land, you're able to do it. So we're not going to preempt the ODL thing. So the program evaluation form for open and distance learning programs, as Dr. Miriam Sali, our Director of Accreditation, gave to us, you can see it has philosophy and objectives, admission curriculum, almost like the other thing. That's why I said, since you have been trained in the program evaluation accreditation of the undergraduates, oh, surely you'll be able to do the rest, except that there are some peculiarities. So for these particular practicals, practical number 4, Saturday, October 1. Sorry, Saturday, October 2. Today is Friday, October 1. You know, it's about 3 p.m. my time, and in another 1 hour or so, I will let you have this video. The video is not going to be put online. I'm going to send you the link. You just download and then watch the short video, which will enable you to do this. So there are going to be 14 scenarios. and you have 70 marks. You know the test you just did is 100 marks. Now you're going to get 70 easy marks for you to grab. So there'll be 14 scenarios that you score. Saturday, October 2. But today is Friday, October 1. We'll put it up in October 1, and then you run the practicals. So let us see this scenario. Let me show you how you are going to do the scenarios, score the scenarios. So here we are with the scenarios. We're going to have the listing here. Scenario 1, and it goes all the way to scenario 2, scenario 3. In other words, for each of these items, we are not having two scenarios. We only have one scenario. So this scenario describes the scenario 1 is here. So let's just look at this as an example. Pedagogy and learning resources. Here some people pronounce pedagogy. Oh, my friend, it's not pedagogy, but pedagogy. Oh, let's even check it out in the dictionary. So here is the dictionary. Let us do it. Pedagogy. That's it. So let's listen to it.
Pedagogy.
Pedagogy. So I'm actually calling it like a bushman, not pedagogy. Pedagogy. Let's listen to it again.
Pedagogy. Pedagogy.
Very good. Pedagogy. So, now wow. Pedagogy and learning resources. Scenario 1. What the instrument says, the panel members should examine the structure of the course materials in terms of well-defined learning objectives, learning outcomes to meet the learning objectives, and well-written study guide. So, you have here very appropriate to meet learning objectives. 3, appropriate to meet learning objectives. 2, inappropriate to meet learning objectives. 0. So you are going to read this scenario. This row here is for this scenario, scenario 1. The objectives and learning outcomes of the course materials are appropriate, although they can be better written. Let's have it like that. Better written with action verbs. So what is the score here? Now you work out come. It's only you that will give this, because I'm not going to give this. If I give this, I'm giving away this scenario. So when you've got this, your score, then you transfer it to the form. Where is the form? Here it is. So here's the form that you will get along with this video. So you pull down this drop down. Some people don't see their name for drop down. I lie. We've tried to put all your names here, but just in an event you can't find your name, you let us know. That's if you are registered. So you look for your name and you put it there, and then so scenario 1, that's the one we looked at. So whatever your answer is, you put it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, and then that's it. You know the game now. So let us. But something I must emphasize, which is that you should just put the score there. Last particle number 3, we have some very interesting things. I'll show you. So here's what some people did last week. The name is there, but I'm not going to call them more, so I won't say I call their names. So pretend as if you can't see the names. You can see for this one, laboratory space inadequate score, space adequate score, 50% less than that. I mean, that spoiled the whole thing. And of course, the system because of now this one, physical inspection. You can see the just wrote physical inspection here. Wrote here machinery, wrote here petroleum. Don't look at the name of the person. So that's the kind of thing that we don't want you to avoid. Now back to our scenarios. You do scenario 1, you do scenario 2, you do scenario pedagogy and learning resources. Continuous pedagogy and learning resources updated. Okay, there's a subtitle here. Update of self-learning materials. Scenario 4, scenario 5, until you get to scenario last, which is scenario number 14. So 14 times 5 marks. We are going to be contending with 5 marks here. 14 times 5 marks will give you 70%. So that's what I meant when I said very easy, very cheap, 70 marks. Yeah, so that's it. You're going to get the list of scenarios. After this video, I'm going to give you the link to download this video. Alongside, you're going to get the list of scenarios, 40 scenarios. The next thing is for you to enter your scores. Today is Friday, the 1st of October, 2021. So we have till Usual time 4 p.m. tomorrow, 2nd of October, to turn your marks and earn your 60 marks. Until we see soon, it is bye from me, Peter Okebukola.